some real nice action. Only nice action because momentum players came out to play today. If you're a day trader, you know, that's a beautiful thing to see because that's where you're going to get, you know, some of the stronger momentum throughout the day. That's if your game's to ride out some situations, maybe buy the dips. That's the type of action. The unfortunate part is, one, a lot of the action may not hit the tote board because they're small. And a lot of times you'll see, like, I'll post a 600 lot sweeper, and that'll come in, you know, orders of 50, 75, 100 lot orders. And then, you know, the software combines them. But like I said, that's where, you know, size doesn't matter when it comes to day trading. What's more important is when you see multiple sweepers. Because again, when you're using this information properly, you're using it as a form, an indicator for momentum. Okay, the more buyers come in, the more market makers have to hedge, the more other players see those orders, creates nice steam. And, you know, I mean, you have one extreme where, like we saw in the Facebook and Baba, and then, you know, you have on smaller levels, a couple names that you guys probably didn't even play or look at, like an ATVI, which had a nice push. I traded MasterCard and stuff like that. All right. So again, for day trading purposes, this is even better than some of the sharper action. And the reason being is, I'll give you a perfect example. The sharper action in the high beta names came last week, not today. Well, remember all those deep in the money, small lot deep in the money, hefty premium buyers, all right, in Priceline, in Google, in Amazon, in Facebook. Those were the short players. But as you can see, you know, it really didn't create much heat. Yeah, maybe a little pop after the order hit the tape. I remember Facebook had a nice push, but nothing like today where they caught fire. The small algo momentum type sweepers are the ones that create the frenzy intraday. But at the same time, if you're position trading, you don't want to trade off the momentum sweepers. You want to trade off the sharper action, which is usually the initial action. And we, you know, coincidentally, we spoke about all of this in the morning webinar. Everything we spoke about sort of came into play today on both sides. You know, we were talking about all these high beta names. Even this morning's open interest looked bullish, and how, you know, we have to keep a close eye on them because of that action. And boom, today they just exploded. And again, you have the other side now with the financials, where they've been catching some nice action. They had a nice push. Now with this whole, you know, non-rate hike scenario bullshit, do they go and flip to the other side, or do they buy the pause and the pullback in those names? And, you know, and that's where you want to look to get involved in these things. Again, when you're not looking to trade over the extreme short term, you don't want to buy on days like today, you know, into Facebook strength. You don't want to do that. Because again, if you're holding for a lot longer than intraday or a day, I mean, what happens is these things push a little bit higher, and then when they turn, and you're stuck. And now you got to wait out the pullback, like we saw recently in these names. You're going to wait out the pullback, you wait out the consolidation, you're all frustrated, pissed off, your premium gets drained to nada, and, you know, you're in a similar situation again. You want to look to initially take a position when these things first start to show maybe some signs of life. And what I mean by that is not in the price action. I mean, if you're in this room, it's according to the wise guy action. That's what's going to tip you off to it. That's the only thing we have as a guide. There's nothing else. You know, you guys can tell me charts and all that shit. Okay, granted, maybe that can, you know, that can assist you in some sort of way. But I'm talking about on a broader scale here, all of us. The only thing that's going to tip us off to some really hot momentum coming into certain names and certain groups is off the wise guy action. And that's why none of this today in these high betas, should have taken any of us by surprise.